Hey guys, I'm really glad that you're interested in my reselling adventures. I actually just did my Saturday live. It was insane. It was a total freaking marathon. I was in there for like 6 hours. And the crazy thing is that in 6 hours, I had only two items sell to one person. I made $60. That was my share of it in the entire 6 hours. So I basically got paid $10 an hour, minus the cost of goods, which was very, very low. But nonetheless, way below minimum wage. Why would I do that? Why would I punish myself by being live for 6 hours in a row when I'm not even getting sales? You must think I'm crazy. But here's the thing. I've been experimenting with this. I go live every Saturday. Sometimes I get sales. Well, I always have to get sales or I won't leave. I won't quit until I've had sales. But sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. However, I have noticed that it gives a major boost to my sales overall, as in my closet sales. And also there's some people that will come in the live, they'll explore, they won't buy at the time, but they'll come back, they'll bundle, and I'll get big bundle sales. I have the graph to prove it. Well, yes, I did take a screenshot. I mean, maybe if I can find it, I'll put it here so you can observe the spikes that you see, if you see them, are when I did my lives on a Saturday. And the smaller spikes would be when they did a special edition closet clear out, which also helps to boost my sales. So that's what happened today. So I did this live and I got $60 in sales, but I got $260 in sales in total for today. And for those of you who saw my last video, and that was a really hectic day, I promise you it's not usually like that. And maybe you came away thinking that I'm not really getting a lot out of this. And I mean, somebody said a comment about, well, even if it's only for pennies, blah, blah, blah. Trust me, it's not for pennies. I've had almost $1,100 in sales this month, and we're only the 8th of the month. That's a good month, though. I mean, usually I make between $2,000 to $2,700 in sales a month. So we're not talking pennies here. And I try to keep my inventory costs to about $400 a month. And then I'll have like other things like printer ink and packing supplies and whatever. So probably about $500 in expenses, roughly, and minus the 20% that they take. But still, it's definitely a profit. It's almost like a fully a second income. And this month, you know, my average sales per day has been like $100 a day, more so far. Anyway, so I'm not wasting my time here, and it's not like I'm spending all my time scrambling around in this big mess and coming out with pennies. You know, I am making some money here, not getting rich, but it is something. Um, and I just want to show you the room. Like this is the aftermath of a live. I've got my accessories out. Well, like, because it's just such a small room and everything's put away. And then when I do a live, I have to take everything out. So this is what happens. I've got my music here and my speakers over here somewhere. Um, I was doing the sweaters, so like all the sweaters are out. This is what is such a pain in the ass about living in a small place, is that, you know, I have to take everything out, set up my show. There's my rack. And then I have to put all this away now. But that's how it is. And then on the floor, I've got stuff here, and I've got paper because I was packing this box, and you know. So yeah, it makes a really big mess. Some people had commented like, well, why don't you save your money and then you could get a bigger apartment? It's not that. It's not that I don't save my money. It's that I want to save more of it. So, I mean, partly it's because it's a sacrifice. I live in a small apartment because my rent is pretty low. I pay like $13.75 with the heat and electricity and the garage included. So for Montreal, that is very low. So could I move into another apartment? Yes, I did ask my landlord at one point. He said it would be an extra $500 a month. Um, I could probably, you know, afford it. It's not like I couldn't come up with it, but I could also use that $500 for something else, you know. It's a tough choice. Like I could, you know, I could travel with it, or get more dental work or give it to my broker, or there's so many things you can do with $500 a month. I'm not sure that I want to spend it on an apartment that I don't even own. You know what I mean? I feel like rental, it's just like you're just, you know, you don't have much to show for it at the end. I could save that money, invest it, and then maybe I'll be able to buy a house later. So that's kind of how I'm thinking. So it's not that I blew all my money and I have to live in a shithole. You know, it's a decision that I've made to stay here. I stay in this building because Aaron's downstairs. I stay in this apartment because it's cheap. It's really brutal though in terms of trying to keep up with the mess in terms of a reselling business. It's not suitable for it. It is not big enough. I am thinking about, do I need to upgrade it? And is it even possible? Because I asked my landlord and he said yes, but then they never got back to me. So anyway, I'll just leave it there. It's not like I don't have options. But you know, I think that maybe you kind of will get the picture though, if I like how incredibly committed I am to this. Like sometimes I wonder if I'm a workaholic, or I don't know. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I'm so happy doing it. I'm not happy cleaning up the mess, but I'm really happy with what I'm doing, and I'm definitely making some money, and I'm not spending it on rent, so you know, I will have it for other things. So now I have a few orders that I have to pack, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And you see, this is why I get up so late, because what is it now? It's midnight. I'm not anywhere near done. I might have to still do some things for Aaron too, but I usually go to bed at like 4 in the morning, you know, so that's why I get up late and I stay up late, you know. So I'll show you some of the things that I had on my rack. So I made a mistake today because the stuff I had on the rack was not what I had in the tray. I'm still learning, you know. I had all these nice blouses, like this is all gorgeous velvet. This is more velvet. The style of clothing that I sell is very like, wait, let me turn that light around. It's very like 90s alternative, whimsy, goth, fairy core, grunge, the sweater here. All really cool styles. So the stuff you saw the other day, like the crappy H&M, that's not normal. This is hand knit. This is like cottage core. This is a very beautiful vintage sweater. It's dead stock. It's silk and Angora. What's this? Oh my gosh, look at this gorgeous Christmas sweater. All hand embroidered and beaded. I try to have nice things in my closet. This one also, it's embroidered. This is also embroidered Christmas. Also embroidered. Lots of embroidered in here. This one also embroidered. Also this like 90s boho. My rack is about to cave in. 100% wool, new with tags. 80s cotton ginny. This is a cool little jacket. And then I've got, these are the skirts I picked up. So this is like the thrift versus the bins. The bins, what you saw, it wasn't very good. It can be good, but you have to spend a really long time. This was a really nice vintage 90s pleated skirt. Plus size 90s boho, novelty print. Really nice. Yeah, and so, yeah, and then I picked up this thing, which I might return, I might regret it, but look at the sleeves on it, like, talk about statement sleeves, but it turns out it has a little flaw. It's like, the lady who was wearing it must have touched her cigarette too. It has a little hole somewhere, but it's hard to find. So, yeah, and then I have all these nice blouses over here. I'll show you just really quick. You're gonna see, like, it's all, like, in a very similar style. They're all, like, really extra. Look at the statement sleeves on this thing. I mean, the flare sleeves, beautiful. This is dead stock, sheer, gorgeous. I better put that one in a bag so it doesn't get ruined. Another gorgeous, like, vintage fairy core piece. And these also, these are all in that same family of aesthetics. This one also, all unique, beautiful vintage. This one's faux suede, crinkle. Okay, this is a Free People, whatever. And another really cool vintage blouse. Like, look at that Y2K. You know, really unique. This one's Torrid because I'm always trying to find plus size. But look at the stars on it. It's kind of witchy. And this one is like super unique. Like boho grunge mashup. Oh, it's so cool. And then this is another one of those very unique vintage sweaters. This is all handmade, crocheted. So as you see, like I have some pretty nice stuff. I got some like vintage wool, like Nordic sweaters here. I had 3 of them. Check this one out. I like to only source special things. So, but this is like thrift versus the bins. Like the bins was like super lame and generic. And look at the gorgeous stuff I find in the thrift. Much, much better. Much more expensive though. Way more, like 10 times more expensive. Almost. Anyway, so I just wanted to give you an update. I'm still here busting my ass, but don't worry, I am making bank. My place is a mess. Don't worry, I'll get it cleaned up. And I'll do more updates and let you know more about, what's going on with my reselling adventures since you're interested. And thanks for all your comments. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.